Hi everyone, welcome back to Monday Meds. I hope your week is off to a great start. Happy Monday to you all. Yes, it is Monday and I'm your health educator Tanisha Lawrence and this is your Monday Meds. Yes, your Monday Meds. All right, so welcome to all of you new subscribers, new viewers. Yes, welcome to all of you who I met earlier today. Yes, welcome. It's so nice to meet you. And I hope that you all had a wonderful Mother's Day weekend. What a weekend it was. Reflecting on our moms, reflecting on what our mother, reflecting on what my mother has done for me. And so, if you did not get our greetings yesterday, happy Mother's Day. Yes, Mother's Day really should be every day, right? Because every day, our mother or mothers do something or do make valuable or indelible impressions in our lives. And so, I hope you did enjoy your Mother's Day weekend. For those of you who lost your mom over this past year, my condolences to you. I'm thinking of you, Pastor Elias Wankyo, there in Tanzania, and your family. We are so sorry for your loss, and we are praying for you and your family. May God comfort you at this time. Many of you may have lost loved ones over this past year, loved ones who were mothers. And so our condolences are with you, including our friend Judith. May God comfort you and the rest of your family. And for those of you who are mothers who may have lost children, our prayers are with you. And we know that God, the Lord of all comfort, will comfort you and keep you. This is Nurses Week. It is Nurses Week, so happy Nurses Week to all you nurses out there. And yes, we know our mothers really was our first nurse. And as we talk about Nurses Week, um, thumbs up to you nurses that are doing a great job. I know it can be tough, it can be stressful, especially as you do the dirty work, as many people would say. Yes, the nurses do the dirty work. And so even though they work with doctors, they tend to do the dirty work. And so thumbs up to you, and I pray God's blessings upon you, even as you work with a heart. As we talk about mothers and what our mothers um, did for us, I couldn't help thinking about what I want to talk about or share today for our Monday Meds. As you know, we're talking about women's issues, and in reflecting on mothers, I want to ask you, what did your mother teach you? Please drop it in the comment section and let us know. What did your mother teach you? Please share with us. And what did you learn from your mother? Tell us, what did you learn from your mother and what did your mother teach you? Now, you may say, Tanisha, isn't that the same question? Isn't that the same thing? The reality is it sounds like the same question and it could be the same answer, but it's a different question. So what she taught you and what you learned from her. So she could have taught you something, but you learned something else, or you learned something in addition. And for those of you who are teachers, you will know what I mean. You know about the hidden curriculum. So as I answer these questions myself, let's get started. All right, so what did my mother, God bless my mother, what did she teach me? And thank God she's still alive and kicking. Praise God. What did my mother teach me? Well, my mother taught me many things. Even though so growing up, I was a very inquisitive child, and sometimes that tend to come off as being stubborn, and I was very talkative. So one of the I did give my mother quite a bit of talking. Like, yeah, she had to discipline me too many times. But one of the things I learned from my mother is that um, there's a time and place for everything. That's one. And I learned also that you I learned that you should do housework. You have chores to do. Yes. So I get up, I learn I need to make my bed. Yes, teenagers especially, make my bed. The first thing when I get up, make your bed. Now if it's wet, definitely you have to get it sun. You got to wash the sheet or get it sun, let it air out. But that's one of the things I learned, to make my bed when I get up. I learned also, I learned manners. I learned good manners from my mother, especially learning about social graces. So thank you was a big one that I learned from my mother. She taught me how to be grateful, how to be thankful. So I learned many things from my mother. As I asked individuals on WhatsApp, what did you learn from your mother? What your mother taught you? Um, One of the reoccurring which comments or response that I got was learning to cook. And I can personally identify with that because I learned to cook from my mother. I learned to cook many things that I cook today from my mother. There are some that I learned along the way from others. So what did I learn from my mother? So what your mother taught you is deliberate, and what you learned from her is the hidden curriculum. She was teaching you, or she taught you, but she didn't intend, maybe she didn't intend to teach you that, but you learned it along the way. And so I learned cooking by observing her. I also learned arranging the plate, meal preparation and presentation from my mother. I learned the importance of arranging the plate, as it makes the presentation of the plate, or the food on the plate, it makes the food more enjoyable. And so I learned that from my mother by just watching her do that. And one big thing that I learned from my mother, so I shared about four, and this is a bonus. One big thing that I learned from my mother by observing her is her business ethics. Or I learned business, I learned sales, I learned how to do business. I learned that business drive. I learned the business drive from my mother. Now growing up, my mom, she had a roadside stall, we would say. So I used to help her as a child to sell stuff. And it's interesting that I went to high school and I did business. It is interesting that over my adult years that I've done sales, and currently, yes, I'm making oils for sale, oils and other products for sale. So one of the things I learned, or I realized, is that what you learn from your mother, it stays with you. Usually it stays with you. What you learn in your childhood, usually it stays with you through your adult years. And so parents, it is important, especially mothers, who is our first teacher or first nurse or first doctor or first, like, almost everything, is that we have to understand the importance and the power that we have as women to nurture the next generation, knowing that what you share with them, so make sure you share good stuff, it will last with them a lifetime. So as we wrap up Monday Medz today, I'm reminded of Eve, the mother of all mothers, And also Sarah. I'm also reminded of some great women in the Bible that were very outstanding. Ruth, Naomi, they were outstanding women of different class and caliber. There's also Hannah, there's also Elizabeth, there's also Mary, the mother of Jesus. Now, why I share these women? As we talk about mothers and what they've been to us and what they've done for us, I want to encourage you that you take some time and let your mother know what you've learned from her. If she's still alive, let her know that you cherish her and tell her what you learned from her and find out from her. She also learned from her mother. I pray you'll have a wonderful week, everyone, and God be with you. To support our ministry, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.